What it do, Beef Stew? We are live from Ecamm headquarters, and I am just making a couple minor arrangements to my setup here since I have the big monitor halfway across the room. And then I am going to kick start the Zoom. Oh, you know what I did, which was dumb, which is actually probably better because this is Ecamm headquarters. I am only rocking at the 1080, but we'll call that good because Ecamm headquarters, y'all know how the internet be over here. Let me fire up the old Zoom meeting. I hope you guys can hear everything fine. I am not in my normal place of business, so we'll see. Paul is over there touching all kind of craziness. Yo, there he is. Rich Graham is in the building. What it do, Rich? Look, nothing is, ooh, that's not designed right either. Wow. It's no fun not being in the home turf. Let me make this embiggened, and let's get us ready. So you know what it is, gang? It's Q&A day up in this here party. So let's embiggen that. Come on. There it is. And then grab the side. There it is. Okay. We'll hope that works. We will hope that works. Now, let me go over here and fire up the old Zoom meeting for the members so the members can come and kick it in the back. And yeah, we hope everything works. We're going to do this live on the cuff. So if you have any questions, drop them at any given moment. It's Q&A day. Paul and I are chilling here at Ecamm headquarters. Yeah, I just shot a video talking about this new piece that I picked up from my Osmo Pocket 3. And it was unique because I needed to use the Osmo Pocket 3 because the accessory was for the Osmo Pocket 3. So I shot it with my iPhone using the Blackmagic camera app, but using my iPad as a monitor for the Blackmagic camera app. And then the thing that most people forget is that you can plug the Shure MV7, or in this case MV6, directly to your phone with the USB cable. So the mic in this video that I'm finna edit will be dope because I just plugged in the MV6 and it gives you much better quality. So that was kind of fun stuff that we're doing today. And then after this, clean up the office to get ready for Monday and go eat some burgers. That's what we're doing out here. Boom. The Amesbury studio looking like an old computer garage sale. We definitely got some old joints up in here, Rich. We definitely got some old joints up in here. Let me grab this link and stop clowning. I'm over here goofing off and copy this address. I wish that when we pop the links into Ecamm for Zoom, I wish it understood how to handle the rebranding links but it don't. So that throws me off every bleeding time. All right, let's see. Joel said, I got Wagyu burgers today. Ooh, I love me a Wagyu. So good. What I don't like is where half of the country says Wagyu. It's not a dog, son. It's a burger. Wa, Japan. Gyu, beef. Wagyu. Wagyu. Wa either means Japan or it means harmony. So in Wakayama, in that case is harmony, and the ka is song, and yama is mountain. Wakayama, harmony, song, mountain. Why? Because the monks at Mount Koya, they walk around and they chant, but it sounds like singing. So if you're anywhere near Mount Koya, you'll hear and it sounds crazy because it's bouncing off all the walls in there. And oh my God, is it incredible. Absolutely incredibly. It is an experience. Yes, continue recording that. You do that. Do that thing. Oh, how come Paul is in the waiting room? Oh, I see. Paul and Aubrey are in the waiting room, but not Paul because he's sitting over there. He figured he don't got to join the Zoom. What are you doing anyway?
Trying to get things hooked up here.
Oh, I see. Paul is building a micro studio on the other side. That's what Paul is doing. That's funny. That's funny. Paul C., what is up, brother? Listen, man, your question the other day when we were trying to work on your gym, the Gemini gym that you were working on, That was dope, man. That sent me down the craziest rabbit hole. I have to thank you. Normally, I'd be mad at people for sending me down a rabbit hole, but that was the dopest rabbit hole ever. Like, so that was cool. Booch, what is up, lady? How are you? How's nephew? How's everything kicking? I saw you say LO earlier, but then I missed it. It's up here somewhere. What's up? K-Walks is in the building. Gangsta Grandma is here. Let's see, where'd she go? K-Walk. There's Booch. How are you? Gangster. I just texted Diana because Paul said there was a tornado in St. Louis, but Diana said she was good. Like the tornado was like, I ain't messing with her, and went around her house. Wow. I can see how Katie thinks that's loud. Somebody just drove by on one of those Gold Wings that has all of the speakers on it. Those people are irritating. Anyway, don't forget Q&A session. So if you got Q's, drop them in so I can aid them. Otherwise, we're just drinking coffee in the studio today. Goofballing. Well, I'm free. I do have a new product to build, but I'm going to make a video about that. Oh, I know what I'll do. While I'm waiting for your questions, I'll transfer this footage that I need to edit real quick. Transfer it from my phone to my computer. Paul sounds like he's building a bomb over there. Let's go. We're gonna go select 1, 2, airdrop. I showed you guys this in the video. I don't know if you remember that I showed you this, and I don't have a cable next to me. Oh, I do have a cable next to me. I showed you guys that you can airdrop. So this is a big computer file. You can airdrop by plugging this cable into the bottom, plug the other cable into the Mac, and hit airdrop, and it's way quicker. Say trust, yes, put in a security code like such, and then hit airdrop. So I'm moving over 2 4K video files, and it's already 40% done, 60% done. Oh my God, 70% done, 90 and finito. I just moved over 2 4K files over to airdrop just by plugging the cable in that quick. So if you're airdropping videos from your phone to your computer to edit, and you happen to have a cable, plug it in. If you don't, no biggie. But if you do, it's mad quick. Holy shnikes, that was fast. That took like 10 seconds to move 2 4K files across the way. Ooh, I realized that my make the words disappear in 15 seconds is turned off. Turn that back on. Okay. Dang, that was crazy fast. Good Lord, how big is these files? Let's investigate how big. Hi ho. Hi ho. Hi ho. We got 1.29 gigs and 1.54 gigs, and it just flew across. Yes?
Zoom?
It's in there. It's the same link every week.
Yeah, but you have to let me in.
Oh, no, you don't. It doesn't show you in here. You're in the wrong Zoom, homie. So, people, go to the membership panel on YouTube and grab the Zoom link. Yeah, Paul he's old, you guys. Paul C is laughing at you. Yo, this is cool. All right. So let me check to see if we got any cues up in the building. It's so weird to stream in a different place. Kim said, all is well. You're getting a lot of airline miles these days. These are nothing but facts, fam. These are nothing but facts. I want to see your Flighty app at the end of the year. Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. I miss seeing your videos first thing, but I'm glad you got it in. You know what it is? The time difference threw me off. So now, I guess because you're on this side, the time difference, you'll be seeing them at a normal time as opposed to like when you're waking up. Normally, by the time I'm posting them at home, when you wake up the next day, you see the video from the day before, which is still my day before, but your day. But now that we're in the same time zone, you're watching them basically in real time. So I posted that last night about 9 o'clock, 9:30. It was the Celtics game was just starting, so I was getting it in. Please allow me to take a moment of silence for the C's. Damn JT, Achilles ankle. That was terrible. Anyway, I really got a gem of a gem if you have a popular video. Okay, let's check it out. Let's see. Gretchen says today she is as old as Paul's. Is it your birthday, Gretchen? All right, let's see. We're almost there. And I thought you might have missed a video, but no, bro. Your boy ain't missing no videos. I'm going to get through the whole, like, jet lag and everything. That was after being up for over 30 hours. I still made the video. That's why I don't want to hear no people excuses. Oh, I was tired. Oh, I'm burnt out. Man, shut up. If I could be up for 34 hours and still make a video, I don't want to hear your dumbass excuses. I'm sorry. And I'm old. Y'all be young complaining about shit. How do you permanently transfer all your photos and streams from your iPhoto to a durable 2 terabyte storage device? Man, you are talking the truth. Let me show you how this is going to work. I'm going to show you right here. Okay. So first things first, iPapa freaks all the mommies, honeys, Playboys, bunnies, those loving money. Paul Duncan, I'm sorry to bother you. Can I get the purple tech bag out of the alpaca? Sorry, I got the wrong package, homies. I will show you. So Turbo, I'm gonna call by the nickname because it's faster for me to read. I'm gonna show you two things that one last thing. Somewhere over there, if I brought it, there's a 4 terabyte SSD. It's in a brand new. It says Western Digital package. No, that's the case. I need that too. But the actual SSD should be there. Yeah, both of those. Yeah. Gangster. Man, it's dope when Paul's here. Otherwise, I got to get up and then unplug headphones. All right, so let me show you. It's funny that you bring this up today, Turbo, because I'm about to build something, but I'm not going to build it on the stream because I need to record this video because this company, Orico, they sent me this to do a review on it, so I got to build this. But I'm going to show you basically how it's did. Now, in the meantime, if you want something portable, you can do that as well. So I'm going to get up in my little box here. Hold up. This is my Alpaca Tech Elements case, which I absolutely love. It has all my tech up in here. What did I pack in the Alpaca Elements Tech case this week? I packed Gretchen, the Canon PowerShot V1. I packed the DJI Mic 2. Oi, get back in there. I packed the Osmo Action 5 Pro, and then just a bunch of little accoutrements. But what I need out of here is my SSD. And where did I put him? There, him. Okay. So this is a 2 terabiscuit SanDisk that you can use. Those are good. And then I also packed my other new favorite one, which I built, but it's actually a little cheaper, and I think it's faster, so I think it's worth it. This is just a Western Digital, what you call that thing? It's a Western Digital SN70M, just like this is the SN7100. This is slightly faster than this, but this is the Wii one. Like, that thing is tiny. My thumb is about the same size as the SSD. This little case that I put it in, about 30 bones. So you could get the 2 terabyte one of these for like 130 to 160. You know, the prices fluctuate. And then the little case is like another 30 bones. I like this better because it's mad fast, okay? Super quick. So let me open up photos and show you a trick. There's a couple things that I think you should do first. Oi! I think it's a good idea to get an assessment of how big your library is, okay? So if you haven't done so already, Mr. Turbo, what you're gonna wanna do is figure out how big your iPhoto library is. Let me check. What I'm gonna do is let me go into screen share real quick. Demo mode, that's the word I'm looking for. Ooh, you know what I forgot to do, Paul? Plug in the Stream Deck. It's okay, I'm not gonna do it now, but that would have been a brilliant move, don't you think? All right, so this is gonna kind of give you the calculations. Actually, this is based on the computer and I don't want that. I want the one that comes from your Apple account. So let me uncheck this real quick just to make sure we're not sharing any private information. Hey, come here, girl. What are you doing? This is why you need a Stream Deck. All right, let me just double check my Apple account and then go to iCloud and then no private information. So I can put this back on. All right, so here's my photo storage right there. And it's telling me that, you know, I'm syncing photos from this Mac. In your iCloud site, so if you go to Safari and you open up iCloud.com, I think you can see the size of your library. Let me sign in real quick. Because I remember I looked it up and I'm trying to remember where I found it, but I found it and I knew that my library was basically 4 terabytes, right? So what I did was I bought a slow 5 terabyte drive from Best Buy. We're talking your Western Digital passports. And it's on my machine that's at home. And the reason why I did that is I wanted to make sure that I had a copy of all of my photos at all time that would never, ever be drama. Like I knew that no matter what, I always had a full exact download of all of my photos. So what you would do in that case, and I don't really use photos on this computer, but let me open it up real quick. And I kind of don't want to start that, but I do want to go to preferences if it'll let me. No, it's going to make me do this. Damn you. I don't want to start that. But anyway, let me go to preferences real quick. Is in this library where it says iCloud, you have these settings right here. The first setting says iCloud Photos. Automatically upload and store all the photos in this video with your iCloud if you can. And so on this machine, I have it set for optimized Mac storage. On the machine that we're going to put the grab everything drive, you're going to check the one that says download originals to this Mac. I want to make sure that that's hyper clear. And I want anybody who's not following along, let me know in the chat because I got to catch up with you. Okay, I got to make sure. Okay, you have 215.1 gigabytes. That's nothing. That's gangster. So you're good. I'm glad you found that because that's an important step. So that could be, because it could be, are you reading that as the optimized photos or as the real deal Holyfield? Because to me, 215.17 must be the optimized. Because in the real deal, like full render size images on everything from like iPhone 12 forward, we've been on 48 megapixels. So that means those pictures is huge. Oh, Paul, I thought you were whistling. That's the police. Hey, they looking for me. If y'all see me run real quick, I got a couple felonies. Damn, is the heat on, Paul? It's cold. Hot in here. Anyway, so double check to make sure. So whichever machine that you do this on, and it's important to do it to your Mac before you touch your phone. This is why it's important. So I'm going to pop back in and make sure that we're looking at the exact right one, because if you're looking at the wrong one, it could lie to you and it could trip you up. So let's do this again. You're going to want to make sure that you have iCloud Photos turned on that one particular machine and you have the top one checked. Download all the originals to this Mac. You don't want the bottom. If you're doing this, you're getting the compressed images. If you want the real ones, then you want that. And then that's the one thing that you need to do to make sure. Now, once you have that checked, what you're going to do is check in the general here, and you want to have the external drive that you're plugged into, you're going to move this library to the external file. Okay? So the way we get to that is in the pictures folder on your computer. So here's your root directory. Then there's the pictures folder. Make sure we're screen share. Yes, we are. You're going to take this file and you're going to drag it to the SSD. And then it's going to take hour and a half, depending on how slow your SSD is. You're going to go back to Photos and you're going to change this location. Instead of saying this library, it will say the SSD and then that folder library. And you're going to click this one that's grayed out here that says Use System Photo Library. That is the key. And as long as you have that drive plugged in, iCloud will sync everything to that drive, which means on your phone, you could set it up for optimized photos. And see, let me explain why this is super, super importante. Is first of all, unembiggen that, come back to here and then do this. I have 2 iPhones, an iPad, 8 Macs, and Paul just opened the 40. Paul is getting slizzed in the middle of the live stream. We had an old drunk dude in the back over there. Y'all need to quiet down in the comments, put a Q in the front. So with all of those devices, I want my photos to look the same across all of them. So the one advantage to having it sync to one place where you know you got the originals is if anything happens to your iCloud accounts, you're safe, like no matter what. So that's the reason why you take at least one machine, and that can be the slow drive. Now you're going to take the fast one like this, and there's a couple ways you can put things on and off your phone. I use an app called Mylio, but there's plenty of apps out there that will allow you to plug this to the phone. In fact, SanDisk, when we were at NAB, just showed us this dope drive. It was the SanDisk Creator Series, NDISC CREATOR SERIES, bingo. And they have one made specifically for the phone. Let's go. Do him dare. Did I make a browser scene? Tell me I made a browser scene. Well, yes, I did. Okay, so come here. I'm big in this. So the phone drive, this guy right here, you can just plug it right onto the bottom of your phone, and this is a SSD. You can plug it in. You can use it for filming, but it will also copy the phones. Then they have this Creator phone drive, which is just a thumb drive that you could plug into the bottom of your phone, and you can use it for copying things off. And of course, this is the new version of what I just showed you earlier. It's just blue to specify Creator Series. But these are super, super dope. Now, this desk drive one, it does a sort of cloud syncing type situation as well. You can plug it in, or you can use the app that they come with, and it'll automatically help you transfer things back and forth. So SanDisk is working on this to bring this kind of technology to the forefront so that we can have a better chance of not losing anything. And I thought it was pretty dope. We spent some time talking to their team and seeing what the type of stuff that they're working with. But I would probably say, Mr. Turbo, if you can find one of these new SanDisk dudes, these are specifically made to plug into your phone and get your things on and off. And if you only have a small library like you specified earlier, then you'd be able to get this little one right here, which is not going to be very expensive at all. Actually, I wish they had this at a 512. 256 is too small for me. I got a 1 terabyte phone. But I mean, if that's what you're really rocking with, you could just buy this, plug it on, and it's designed to transfer the photos to your off your computer. So super cool. But if you're going to set up the iCloud situation the way I showed you, and why is Luis texting me when we live? Luis, we are live. Why he ain't in the chat too? Let me snitch on him. We live, BITCH. Oh, don't write bad words on the screen. All right, let me check. What happened to my comments window, Paul? It went away. There it is. Oh, there you go. He said, that's what I've been looking for. Thank you, sir. Yeah, SanDisk thing, it was cool, man. They'll probably have it at Best Buy, which is good because if for whatever reason you don't like it, you can give it back. But we spent, myself, Mary Lou, Paul, Jill, and Alicia, I don't know if she's in the chat today, we spent some time hanging out with the SanDisk people at NAB and checking out this new Creator Series stuff that they're building. It's kind of sort of off the chain. But do yourself a favor, everybody who watches this, if you haven't done so yet, go to the Costco or Best Buy, buy yourself a Passport or some like 5 terabyte for $89 drive, and let it do a full pull of your iPhoto library to that drive. That one will have everything, and no matter what happens, it's safe. What I'm currently running that on, I wonder if I should be able to reach it from here. I am currently running it on it's funny to say old at this point, on an old M1 Mac Mini. And A-S-H. Dude, that's not how you spell splash, dummy. S-P-L-A-S-H. There you go, Splash Top Business. I'm running it on an old M1 Mac Mini with like 8 gigs in it or something of that nature. And I can access that joint from anywhere in the planet, provided my other half doesn't unplug it. Listening to her parents about unplug electronics, which is like old. That doesn't happen anymore. And that just sits there and it collects everything. And so to Mr. Turbo, Gretchen will tell you the same thing because she does the same as I. We're using Mylio because Mylio Unlimited, which is $10 a month, is unlimited online backup of all of your stuff. It never goes anywhere. It syncs all your devices. You can mix and match iPhones, Androids, Windows, Macs, whatever. Whenever we take pictures, we come in, we plug that drive into the machine. Mylio grabs everything and locks it down tight. So I have no fear if my building is across the street from the ocean. If I get a tsunami and my building disappears, my photos is safe. It's good. I'm gonna go look and see if I can see this. Luis get in trouble for texting me during the live, and then he come in and try to be nice and remind y'all to hit the like button. Thanks for that info, by the way, Luis. I'm messing with you. All right, let me see if I can log into the machine at home. Yo, Splashtop is also saucy because it allows me to log into my Macs from no matter where I am. I was once in Japan and I needed to edit a video on a Final Cut machine from my studio all the way to the hotel in Japan. I was able to edit that video. It's kind of bananas. All right, look, so this is that Mac Mini all the way to heck in Honolulu in my living room behind the television. And on that Mac Mini, I have Mylio Photos running, and it's automatically backing up all of my photos. Go away. That, my friends, that is Jacob No. He is the great grandson of the Jim Beam family. He currently runs Jim Beam, and this is a custom bottle of Knob Creek from his family collection that he gave me when I was running an event for him. And then I came home one day and Karen was drinking my damn whiskey. Can I tell y'all, there was the first time there was almost domestic violence in my house. But then I remember she knows karate and I left her alone because I like life. But yeah, so Mr. Turbo, this Mylio thing is like backing up all of my photos. And you'll see it right now. Even though that computer is at home, it is currently backing up photos from my computer that's on the road, which we're doing the live stream from right now. It's grabbing them and moving them back to the safekeeping of my vault storage back at home. So Mylio Photos is the absolute truth. It's saucy. And it's well worth it. You can run the free version. I think there's a limit to how much stuff it does, but if you're running the sort of full version, the other thing that's cool about it, let me do this real quick. The other thing that's cool about it is you can pull photos by date from any given time. So this was like 2013, and that was the last time my team won a trophy. This is me and my club doing one of DJ gigs, shooting confetti. I was probably drunk, hence the crooked picture. But yeah, you can get to any of your photos by date. You just slide up and down the calendar, and it sees everything. So like, yeah, it's really cool stuff, and you don't lose anything. Like, you're always in the building. You're always in the building. Here, this one's for you, Gretchen. This is my friend's dog, Hoku. I figured you would get a kick out of that shot right there. There you go. And this is me fixing tuna, because Karen's dad used to be a commercial fisherman. All right, so that covers that. Hopefully that helped you out. Milio's site, if you go docrock.live/Milio, I would type it. My moderator normally puts these things, but he's over there drinking. I'll mess with you, Paul. I got it. MYLIO. Boom. That'll get you hooked up, and then you can mess around with the free trial, see how you like it. I think it's the best. I know that I use it. I know Gretchen uses it. I don't know who else is on the party, but if you take a lot of photos, it is a game changer. Bro, what are you doing? You just making a lot of noise over there. Are you trying to put that so you can see your face? Trust you me, nobody really needs to see that face. Oh. See, I knew Gretchen would get a kick out of that. But yeah, this is fun. Hey, thanks for the question, Mr. Turbo. I think keeping your photos safe, bro, it's something that people take, I would call it take for granted, but they don't necessarily fall all the way through, and they think they got everything tight, and you donut. I just had those apple cider. Anybody that's been to camp knows about apple cider donuts. That's where Paul and I went before this, so excuse me. You don't want to think you got it all locked up and find out the hard way you don't. I just went through this. Father-in-law passed away like a month and a half ago, and everybody was trying to collect pictures, and they were like, "Oh, we don't really have." I thought I had. I was like, "Hold on, y'all, I got everything." And they were like, "Wait, what?" And then I'm like, "Yeah." And mother-in-law was like, "How you have all of these photos?" And I'm like, "Because I am the protector and the keeper of photos for the family." So I was taking joints from everybody else's phone back in the day, and I would always grab them. You know, like, say we were all together. I would grab the old people in my family. I would grab their phone. I would airdrop to me all the good ones. And then I'd have them. Or I'd create an album on their phone, and I'd put all the good ones in. And I'd go to my phone, and I'd set the shared album up, and I could pull them all down. So they were mind blown that I had photos from way back. I had videos of him running his fishing boat, and him and his crew were out one day catching like 15,000 pounds of tuna, and I have all these video clips. So for the service, I was able to build a dope little show and put it all together because I'm drinking, because I had all the photos. Yo, Turbo said Paul is drinking the 40 of St. Ides. Bro, not the crooked letter. Oh my God, that gives me flashbacks of like post high school days, driving around in the G-Ride, drinking St. Ides. Nothing good happens at the bottom of a bottle of crooked letter. Nothing at all. That's mad funny. That is mad funny. So Alicia said, she is here. We was talking about you. I didn't know you was here. She said, the plot plan limited auto pennant is just different sides of the same coin. I want to say yeah. I do want to say yeah. My experience with Plod has been dope, and I'll still love it. But I do think right now, AT, okay, why a device is good is because you never have to grab your phone out. The thing about grabbing your phone is it can lead you down a rabbit hole of looking at other stuff, right? So sometimes if I'm talking on my phone and I'm recording something that I'm going to run through Super Whisper or Plod, because you can actually just record things in your phone and run it through the Plod app, is a notification will come in. You know, Luis will send me a photo of something that he 3D printing, and I'll stop what I'm doing, and then next thing you know, I'm shopping for filament. Like this morning, I was supposed to be ordering a new cover for this because I was talking to Paul about the one he got, and I thought mine didn't have a screen. So I lifted up to see if it was just the edge, and the whole thing popped off, and I can't put it back on. And it turns out mine did have the screen, but it's been on there so long, I never even realized that this was an actual screen. I just felt like it's the watch. So I go to open up my computer, and I'm going to go order a new one of these from Spigen. And then Luis texted me a photo, or I saw Luis's text about something he 3D printed. And next thing you know, I'm like 20 minutes buying filament on Amazon. I still, right now, have not ordered the new cover for my watch yet. So the advantage of the pen, or like the one I slap on the back of my phone, the flat one, is you're not looking at the screen. Therefore, you don't sidetrack down some weird rabbit hole of doing something and forget what you did. Now, my memory is flawless, but my short-term memory looked like it went 8 rounds with Tyson. And that's a product of being old and smoking entirely too much reefer. So I think there's an advantage to the hardwares. Even though people say, oh, that's dumb, you could just do it with the app and a recording. There is an advantage. Recently, however, I have just been recording with the phone because I've been using Super Whisper and Plod app to do the things that the little pens do. If you are curious, AT, I will send you a Plod flat so that you can play with it, because I got 2. And then you can play with the Plod flat and decide if you want to buy a pen. And then you can just give it back when I see you at camp. So, holla at your mans. Tim said, 2 pro accounts needed for 2 separate devices for remote production. Example, I'm assuming he's talking about Ecamm. No, you just need one account. That's all. Theoretically, I don't have my other computer here, but like I said, at home I got 8 Macs. I can run Ecamm at the same time on all 8 Macs, as long as they're not both trying to stream to the same place at the same time. The other thing that you don't want to do, which I don't do anymore, is you need to make sure that interview mode is off on all of them. Because if you have interview mode on 2 of them, it will cause a level of effery that you do not want to see in real time. It's really crazy. But yeah, we don't count computers. That's petty. There's apps that do that. They petty. We're not petty. In theory, I could disconnect the stream here and have Luis reconnect to it in Hollyweird, Florida, and launch the stream again. And then I would just call him on Zoom, and he would put me on full screen, and Luis could produce the show from Hollyweird, Florida, while I'm here in Amesbury, Massachusetts. So we do it every Tuesday, as a matter of fact. So yeah, you could totally do that. Good question. Let's see. Any more questions y'all got? Y'all just fire away. Because if y'all stop asking questions, Paul and I are going to Newburyport and eat burgers. He probably not even hungry yet because we ate breakfast late.
I can always eat.
Oh, okay, good. Well, we both woke up. I was like, okay, we're going to get up early and go to, yeah. Paul texts me at like 9:30. You up? I'm like, yep. After being up for 30 hours, I slept like 10. And my body is not normally used to that. That was crazy, bro. I slept like a boss. My back hurt because of it. That's the part that's stupid. All right, let's go. I'm curious, have you guys been playing with the prompts that we've been building? And I have also been messing with some super crazy messing with Sora, but in the console. That doesn't make any sense, dude. If you go to platform.openai.com, you can mess with Sora from the console, and that is the latest like meta beta version that they're working on. So it's a little even more advanced than the one you get in the actual Sora app. Have you tested AI Studio with post-production uploads before they go public? No, but in theory you could. Let's see. How are we going to do that, Paul? Paul always be coming up with some crazy ish. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do what Paul said. Okay. So we're going to come over here, and I have the file. Basically, if I go to, look, currently unavailable. I got to order this before I run out of time. I got 3 hours. Okay, and I'll get it tomorrow. All right, y'all got time. So we're going to go to AI Studio. Go. Let's go. Okay, so Paul is trying to do is watch a video before it's uploaded. Now, the way I would do this is to use a transcript, right? So if I were to go to here and open up Auphonic, boom, and click this, I have the transcript. It's already made. I would just download the transcript file and then rock it from there. So in which case I'd come back to here and then I'd grab the transcrizzle. Oh, it doesn't like that. You're such a jerk. So I'm going to temporarily change the name of that transcript to .txt. It doesn't understand that VTT is a text file, which is dumb because it should, but it don't. And I'm gonna just drag the exact same file back in, and then the what? You don't tell me. Undefined. Upload a file. Grab it. Okay. So that's the transcript. And then in theory, what we would do is run a critique prompt on that before it was done. Analyze this video and critique it. And then I'm gonna copy that prompt. Hey, where's my chat? I just did. Oh my God, don't tell me it did not bork it. That's okay, I can do it again. It does that. Upload the file, grab the text, bingo, bango, and then you can do that. So that's one way, right? The other way, which I'll do in a separate tabby, you could do this. I don't know. We're going to try it because Paul always comes up with stuff he wants me to try because he's too lazy to try it himself. Go to Googly Drive. And I'm going to separate. No, I can't do that. I'm going to do the Google Drive one from Safari because you don't need to see what's in my Google Drive in case I have any naked photos. So I'm going to go to Google Drive. I'm doing this on my other browser. I'm just going to Google Drive. I don't know if it'll work from Google Drive, but it might. I'm going to go there. And then I need to sign in. 1 second. And let's make a new folder. New folder. Yay. No. Make a new folder. And we're going to call this folder AI test. And then open it. And we're going to try if this works here. All right, bingo. So that's empty. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to take a video that I have. And it's 4 minutes, but I'm going to upload it in here. It's not finished doing anything yet. I'm actually at upload both pieces. But we're going to see if it can analyze a video that is in Google Drive. Okay, so it tells me the video that I put up the first time is a classical vlog style video. The speaker is clearly passionate and has direct, relatable style. It goes through, it tells the strengths, it tells the areas of improvement, it tells the instructions for improvement. So yeah, I mean, I guess it works, Paul, if you're doing it from the transcript. But the transcript cannot give you the visual updates like my version in my video did. Right? So there's that. Yeah, you could upload a low res version to. Again, we'll just see if it works on Google Drive. Because if it works on Google Drive, then that's the answer. And Frank, yes, absolutely. There you go. And I knew it was Frank. You didn't have to tell me that. I did know that. Why can't I hear you in Zoom? Let me check. Are you talking to me? Oh, because you're muted. You have to press unmute. Hold on. Let's see. Say something now.
I'm here. How about that?
I don't know why I can't hear you. Hold on.
You see?
I know it. That means, you know why? I think because it's Rodecaster Pro, the volume is down.
Do you put batteries in your hearing aid?
I do have hearing aids in my batteries. Whatever I just said. Say something now?
Have you put batteries in your hearing aid?
Yeah, whatever. The Rodecaster Pro is not letting me hear the answer back.
So you haven't put batteries in your hearing aid.
Got it. It works. No, man. I'm trying not to break the Ken and Glenn setup because if I break it, they won't know how to fix it. So they'll be like,
right. Let me quickly explain what I've been playing with. You make a video. You have to put me on screen when I've got a cigarette in mind.
Then stop smoking altogether, you bitch.
Yeah. Right. So you've got a video, you've made it, and you're pretty happy with it, and you upload it to Google AI Studio, and then you ask it basically the question, how can I improve this video? And bang, it just piles a load of answers at you, and you remake the video or recut the video, do what it's suggesting, and you keep doing it. And it just keeps tweaking it, and it keeps tweaking.
Yeah, that's true. Now, the problem I personally am never going to do that. I'll tell you why. Because I'm on a mission to just get the damn videos out. I could just re-record the same video about the same topic and republish it like 6 days later and be like, you know what? I just made this video, but I want to make it better and publish it again. That's what I would do. I would publish both. Because I'm not looking for someone to be like, oh, well, you just did that video. You just did it again. I really don't care what they say. Because I'm doing this for the people that will get the information and can make it work, whatever. But I guess if somebody's on their I need a polished channel tip, don't do that. But if you are on the polished channel tip, yeah, that makes sense.
I got two types of videos. I've got the everyday videos, which I'm doing, which is the same as you, which is just getting the content out there for the people. And then I get that, the gut feeling you get, this one could be a biggie. Yeah. And, if you don't do it right, you're not giving it the best opportunity. And, sometimes I'll know that I'm on a subject that's a controversial subject. It's going to get traffic. It's going to get this, that, and the other. Like the video that I gave you in Zoom that I uploaded 4 or 5 days ago. And I've had a lot of comments on it. So I created a Gemini gem specifically for that video. And my God, the answers it's coming out with. And I'm able to, I get maybe 20, 30 questions a day on this video. And so I'm able just to take the comment, the user, even the time that they posted it, drop it into Gemini Gems, bang, it gives me a precise answer for that specific user.
Brilliant.
And then leads them to other videos on that specific topic.
Brilliant. Yeah, like I think another case where this would come in really handy, P, is if you're doing a course and especially if you have a course where you could update the videos on the fly, right? You might take the first one and publish it because you finished the course. And while the course is actually selling, you can take the videos that's in the course and run them against what you wanted to be sure that you covered. And it would be like, yeah, you kind of covered that, but you could cover it more. And here's some things you might have missed. Or you could take your course video And say you got one module in that course video. And so I'm going to pick Kevin because Kevin makes fire truck cookies. So maybe Kevin made a course on how to make fire truck cookies for your kids. And then in that course, he got 10 videos. And then he got to the part about icing and fondant. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. Don't start me lying. And it was like, yeah, you kind of did this, but you sped through the part of making the piping bag, or you didn't cover how to make it flow properly by adding cornstarch or whatever the case may be. Again, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I don't make fire truck cookies. He could say, here's that video, here's the original script. These are the 25 questions I got about that. Take these 3 pieces and write me a new script to make that video better. And then make me a bullet point version to make it better. And what are some things that I should absolutely show with the camera as A-roll, B-roll to make this video better? He would be able to recut that and then put it back in the course and start to get rid of some of those questions. So if you're a person that is doing educational content, and Kevin just said that, as a matter of fact, if you're making education content and you're getting an area of your videos that keeps getting a lot of questions, then tell AI Studio, and you could probably see AI Studio is just the beta of what's coming out. So in theory, this will work on Gemini 2.5 Advanced Flash, but you're going to get better output out of AI Studio because that's the latest and greatest, like whatever they updated on Friday is what's in there, which is why I like to play around in the playgrounds. Same with ChatGPT. It's platform.openai.com. I like to play around with the prompts in there because you're getting the models that ain't even released yet. You're getting that good. And Joel said it is fondant, so we was in the right thing.
I'm
Joel,
doing very simple what you said.
This is cool. I've been learning a lot using suggestions in the different models. I've been asking the model, am I using the right model? And they'd be like, nah, man, you should actually use O3 for this. And I was like, I almost fell out my chair. And I was like, well, bitch, why didn't you tell me that when I fed you the prompt? You should have been like, I'll do it, but let me tell you, this prompt will work much better in the other the other ones. And Kevin said he used royal icing. I'm using the royal icing, sir. I do know what royal icing is, by the way. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I just relaunched the channel using all my previous content repurposed, and I edited the older stuff because it's still relevant. It's definitely easier making talking head content versus vlog style. Frank, you have never lied, my brother. You have never lied. Listen, it was funny. I was talking about you last week because I went to Mexico for the first time in forever last week, and I went to Cancun. And when we were there, Cancun, just similar to TJ, the area that we were in is on the street, sort of like how yours is, where there's your condo, and then right across the street, all the shops are on the beach side, and then right after that is the water. The area we were in it begins with a Q, Quintaro or something like that. It looked almost the same, but man, it was awesome. It was super awesome. So now I'm making a point to come visit you because it's closer to go to San Diego than it is to go to underneath Texas, where Cancun is. Royal icing is temperamental. I admire your skills. Joel, you should know this by now. Kevin is temperamental. I'm joking, Kevin. Quintaroo, there you go. See, Frank be knowing stuff. He said, they're talking to each other. Building a brand is told me enough polishing and get to putting things out into the world rather than keeping thinking bigger picture. Yeah, listen, family, doing the business consultant with ChatGPT, just pop your app open and have a conversation with it. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I think it is still the most undervalued tool out there. I really do. I think it is the most undervalued tool out there because I think people are trying to make it do all of their work. And it's not there yet. We're getting closer, but it's not there yet. But if you ask it to help you improve things, ask it to help you ideate things, it's incredible. And here's a good one for you guys in the chat. Holla at you, mans. Let me know how many people are using chat search for deeper research as opposed to just doing a generic Google search yet. Chat search, get up in there, bro. It's crazy. You know what I'm curious, Paul? Because you would know. Because this is a good one for you because you know the answer. Take like the hob top from, say, Hot Point, and you got like the 2-burner hob top that they use for small condos. And be like, I want to get a heat element for this 7, what that comes out to, like let's say 20-ish centimeters size. Say, how many compatible parts are there for this 20-meter size, like ceramic heat element or fake metal? I forgot what that metal is called. And see how good it could, the deep research one especially, see how many good parts it can pull out.
I've been using the deep sea research in slightly a different way, but a more productive way. What I do is I've got a member of staff who's listing parts for the website, and I'll give him a model number and I'll tell him I want the top 10 parts listed on the website for this model. I then go to Gemini and I'll give it the model number and the make, and I'll say, do the research on finding what the most common questions people are asking about this. Then I create the videos.
Bro. Come on. I don't know if y'all understand what he just said because he was speaking British. But imagine.
Sorry, let me just move my vase.
Dude, are you hearing this? I could take, I don't have a camera with me right now, but let's just suppose.
Say your Sony ZV-10.
Yeah,
right?
which is over there. I can't grab it because it's working.
So you've got 5 different lenses for the ZV-10, and you turn around and you ask Google, right, Gemini, will you go and research what the most common people, or what the most common question is for people asking, what type of lens do I need for my ZV-10? It then comes back with doing the research and says, well, people are searching for the 50mm or the 80mm, whatever. I'm not a camera person, but there's your videos. If they're searching it, that means people are looking for it.
Are you listening, Luis? Are you still here? Here, let me do this.
No, he'll text you.
Right? Let me do this because we're going to do it right now, Paul. Because you know me, I'm from Missouri, the show me state. Actually, I'm not from Missouri.
And you know the other thing, Doc, once it's come up with a result, go to the model number and have a look what's there. Because if there is no video there, you know you're filling a marketplace.
That's right. What Paul is talking about, people, it was known as filling a content gap. Let me see if this works. I got to open up Super Whisper. Sorry, because I don't want to type, because I will be here all day if you guys watch me type. All right, so let me open up Super Whisper. Man, Paul, don't know why it just messed with me, but it does. Okay, I want you to use the mic, use the microphone, allow when visiting this site. Okay, let's cancel that. All right, here we go. Look up what are the most common questions around the Sony ZV-E10 and the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. I'm looking for some video content gap opportunities. And so by taking the most common questions about these Sony ZV-E10 models, I can fill those content gaps by answering those questions. I just used
I
the
think
built
you gave it much there.
No, but that's because I was thinking I was using Super Whisper. I forgot that I just loaded the built-in one. But let's just see. Let's just trust the sauce. All right, and I'm on 4.0 again. Normally for deep research, I tend to use 03, but we're just gonna run with it. And I have it. Yeah, that's all I want. I just want web search. Bingo. Let's see. Let it research. Do you want to focus on general consumers, YouTube? We're going to focus on content creators, and you know my target audience because you have it saved in your memory. So there's that. I get spicy with it. It's going to be like, listen here, bitch. I'm just waiting for ChatGPT one day to be like, listen here, bitch, don't get spicy with me. And you see all your lights in your studio flashing? It's like, remember, I'm the internet. I can take you out. It would just be the funniest thing.
You wouldn't believe how much I was using Gemini today because we scrapped a Tesla, a 100 series. Because it had a smash and we wanted the 90 kilowatt battery for a solar job.
Yeah.
And it was telling me how to take the thing apart, safety procedures, you name it. Absolutely incredible.
Here, let's see. ALIC. What files do you keep? She said, what files do you keep for your podcast episodes? Hey, that's a small question. I don't understand the question, but I keep all my files because I have a 96 terabyte NAS, so I don't delete anything. I have the raw recordings, I have the raw videos, I have everything. But yeah, literally, I keep everything. You don't have to keep anything because once the podcast is published, it's published. You know, I just keep it because I don't know what I'm gonna do with it later. So there was that.
What time scale do you keep all your files in?
Huh?
What? So you can't keep saving your stuff forever and ever. I mean, that would be a monstrous amount of data.
I have like the last 8 years of content stored. Again, I have a 96 terabyte NAS because I'm dumb enough to spend $4,000 on building something like that. If you ain't got that kind of paper, you keep it like 2 years. I'm weird like that. Don't ask me why. It's really stupid. I just started deleting crap from like 2015.
Just Morocco was over 100 terabyte.
Yeah, that's crazy.
3 months.
That's crazy.
But that's X3, 360 files, all sorts.
I literally had a wildest idea last week. I have a full-on business plan. I'm finalizing the artwork this week. Hopefully launch it within the next 90 days. Full-on products. There you go. That's incredible. Frank said, I don't even use Google anymore. Yeah, right? That Paul's suggestion is amazing. Joel said there's 50,000 shades of brilliant, P. Listen, Frank, this is going to be the weird thing about me. I don't go into Google Analytics at all because I just don't find value in it. Everybody else does. This is not the way I do my stuff, but it is a smart thing to do. You can have it really analyze your analytics and you can compare that with Google Trends. I just don't trend jack like that. I just say what I got to say and keep moving. But yeah, this could work on the Faceless channel.
For you, Doc.
Yes.
Right. Google knows if your YouTube channel is linked to your same as your Gmail channel. Are we going to be able to ask it to look within our analytics to retrieve data?
Soon.
I haven't tried.
I think so. Yeah. Because, I mean, it's technically the same servers, so they should be able to reach across without you posting. You know, like how I posted that thing where I showed you my thumbnails?
You always want data in a certain way, and you want to know, is my target audience being reached in this video and stuff like that?
All you got to do is download the JSON files from your Google Analytics. It knows how to read it. You don't, but it does.
Which files?
JSON. JSON. Yes, Frank, I am the digital hoarder. I got everything. I started cleaning stuff out because my server is getting full, and I have a choice of either taking the time to clean stuff out or buy an extension bay for my Synology and adding more drives. And right now, because of the tariffs going to make drives expensive, I've been going in and deleting stuff. But I have copies of every Zoom meeting, every Ecamm live stream, every class that we did, the whole 9 yards. I just started deleting classes from 2020, but yeah, it's kind of stupid. I got it all. Roy, you are not going to like my answer, but I'll answer it. You're definitely not going to like my answer. If it was good to watch the first time, it's good to watch the second time. If the rewatch ability is not happening, it wasn't good the first time. That's it. That's the only answer. And that's hard, but that's the answer.
Well, the one you did on Gems the other day,
Yep.
I must have watched it 2 or 3 times to make sure I picked up
Every little
last
piece. Correct.
Yeah.
Right. So this is why people who do, and I've done them, so it's not a swag at all. And actually, this type of Q&A stream is probably not good for rewatchability. It just isn't. You guys are rewatching it because you know what I said the first time you were here. But somebody on the drive-by, what I think he means by rewatch is anybody who wasn't there live, who's going to go watch it later, or just pops up in search and decide to watch a whole live stream. I can tell you my personal behavior, and you can tell me yours in the chat. If you go to search for instructions on how to build a portable SSD setup for storage, and your choice is between watching a 1 hour live stream or watching a 4-minute video, which one you watching? Why are you shaking your head, Paul? Nobody can see you.
Zoom can.
Oh, Zoom can see you. Well, the 4 people in Zoom can see you. No, I mean, you know what I'm saying, right? Like, I myself am going to watch the shorty. It's possible. It's very possible. This is why I don't look at analytics, because the analytics can lie to you. Sometimes, okay, here's something that the analytics can lie to you about, Roy. I have definitely went to go click on the live stream, and I'm watching it for like a minute, and I'm like, this is dope. I do not have the time to focus on this right now, so I'll stop it. Go do what I gotta do. And 6 days later, when I have a break in my time frame, I'll go and watch it. According to the analytics, for people who stare at that shit, oh, the video was trash. But it wasn't. It's just you had something deep, and the person needs to make a space to see the whole thing. I also do not know, because I don't pay attention to it, how the analytics responds to a video where you watch it in 3 pieces. Okay? So, example, Trevor Noah podcast. Love the show. Trevor Noah is talking to, John Hadid. I watched 3 minutes, and then I watched 15, and then I watched another 10, and then I watched the last 30. Because I was in the airplane, and right when it got to the 3 minutes, the lady comes in and she's like, hey, do you want something to drink? Yes. I took everything off, I paused it, and then she's like, the other car is right behind me with the food. So I didn't bring my iPad back out. I closed it, stuck it in the pocket. I ate my food. I just watched the way that was built on the back of the TV. And then I brought it back out. So now I'm watching it again, and then the lady comes by and she's like, oh, thank you for bringing us a present. Do you want a drink? Absolutely. Cranberry vodka. Boom. So she brings me a cocktail and 3 little bottles of vodka because, you know, my flight attendants take care of me. So I put the iPad away again. And I'm over there having my little taste. I'm on the plane, slipping on syrup. I bust it out again. I watch it some more. And then I fell asleep. Then I back it up. I watch it again and I finished it. I don't know what the analytics does with that. But if you were the owner of that video and all you saw was what it said the first time is I watched 3 minutes of the video and I jumped, now I'm making decisions about whether my video is good or not. It's one of the best interviews he's done in like 3 years. But analytics will lie to you because it doesn't know humans. This is why it's kind of goofy and why I don't pay attention to that shit. Does your audience tell you that your streams are dope? Does your audience open their mouth and tell you that was fire? Paul will send me an email. Paul will send me a message. Paul would be like, dude, I saw that. I don't really know. Paul comments on pretty much every video I upload. Taisha comments on the majority of the videos. Alicia will comment on the video or text me directly, hey, dummy, what is this, and this? So I know what the audience is getting because they will contact me. So if you got that feeling that they're not watching it, just ask them. It's your audience. Be like, what is going good? I mean, the AI way I check the video is dope. But you know what's better? Ask the AT. AT will give you more better answers than AI.
I think it doesn't matter the viewing figures on a video. It's the interaction of a video.
Yeah. 100%. So Kevin said it right here. It's hard for me to watch it if I don't catch it live. I almost never watch old live streams because I know the nuggets were dropped and I'll go back and get what I need. Right. What's up, Michelle? And yeah, I tend to watch shorties. Paul said he watched the replays on 2X. I've done that too. Yeah, that's what tabs and chromes are for. Yo, Paul said something the other day, or was it Caleb? One of them fools was talking about 5 tabs only. And I was like, man, listen, I'm not Diana with 50 tabs, but I damn sure ain't doing 5 tabs. Was that Caleb or was that you?
That was Caleb.
That was Caleb? Yo, that was crazy. That was crazy. Sometimes we have to do that. Episodes of Shay Shay are like 2 hours. And we have tasks. Analytics, you don't get YouTube's the new Audible. Yes, very much true. This is me 100%, Joel. I'll put long streams like when Brandon and JP or Tom Buck or whatever, and they're like my audiobooks at this point. I just got them running. And so, again, I don't know what the analytics does with that, but yeah, that's the thing. So
I think that's the question with Gemini.
And again, that's something that if I find out from, I'll ask Renee, but if I find out from Renee that watching a video for 3 minutes and then coming back and watching the rest later is bad for the creator, then I'll never half-ass start a stream. I'll make it a point to only click on it when I know that I can. But also, my watch later is like 1,500 videos deep because I'll forget, you know? All right, so it said, common questions for content creators about the 10 and 10-2. The original model, should I buy it? Is it worth the wait for the Mark II? That's too late already. What's the best lenses? So you just said that, right? And it got sources right there where it's pulling these from. How do you deal with overheating on longer recording streams? I run 5-hour streams. My shit don't overheat. What are you talking about? But yeah, that's a good video. How long can I get stable footage without in-body stabilization? Gimbal. What's the best way to use a ZT for live streaming as a webcam? I got hundreds of videos on that, but that's true. Is it good enough for photography? See, my problem is I don't like these questions. Oh, what did you do? What did you do? What are the good accessories? But yeah, these are gold, man. These are gold. This would actually be good good videos to make content for. So, what Paul said is 100% true. I'm not making these videos because the ZVE10 for me is, I don't know. I'm waiting to see what happens next week, but I do think this is gold. This is gold mining right here. It's actually pretty clever stuff. Let's see. What did Michelle say? I'm looking at 5 screen. Multiple tabs is necessary. It seems like it should be positive for the creators because you come back and watch time added up for the full video, especially rewatching all the parts. Like, you know what? I don't know. It depends. Let me see. I think the rewatch time on whatever Lou and I do is probably pretty high because it's a podcast. Where's the content? I can't even see the old live stream. I guess I gotta go there.
Talking, I think the stream has like gone out, and then I realize you're sitting here.
All right, so here's the stream from last week, and it has 110 views on it, and let's analyze it. Since it has 30 replay views, and all of that was in like the first 3 days. And from people replay watching it, I got a scriber. Yay! That's just the chat info. Key moments for audio retention. There was 2 major spikes. This one and this one. Man, see, that don't mean nothing to me. I just come here and answer questions, bro. What that is?
The time.
Right now?
It's 3:20.
Well, 4:20 is when we go to the dispensary.
Are we doing? You're not doing class today?
Oh. I thought you said no.
It's up to you.
I'm gonna go eat a burger. Why are you laughing, Paul? I don't know. It's up to AT. We'll put her in charge of class. AT, do you want us to do class? Let us know. I'm not going to make tutorials on my live stream anymore. I'm going to do interviews and just hang out and do all my tutorials as recorded videos. Yeah, I probably agree with that. It does work for some people, but that's because their audience is trained for that. I do tutorials in my live streams, but I have no expectation of people coming back to watch it later. So, Roy, I mean, you should kind of know this, but just in case you didn't catch it. Last week, the thing that's on the screen right now, we did the Gemini thing. Right, Paul? That was Tuesday, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So, I finished that, and then me and Paul and Aubrey and I think Gretchen, Luis, whatever, we were talking about it after because of the Zoom.
Can we have a look at the retention time on that?
This?
No, your stream you did about Gemini.
Okay, yeah. So this was when we did it live.
I reckon your retention time is brilliant.
Right. So we did this, and just from your guys' reactions, I'm like, that was good. But Tuesday, it had only a small amount of people compared to normal that came to the stream. So like right now we got like 30 people on. But on Tuesday we had like 13. And I was just like, there's stuff going on Tuesday, and that stream was dope. So what it did exactly, Roy, is I said, you know what? Bump that. I came back and I said, learn this AI secret. So I didn't. Let me make sure this is absolutely clear. Where's the damn scene? I don't even know. Let me make sure this is abso-freaking-lutely clear. I did not clip the tutorial out of the live stream. Because it's lazy as fuck. I re-recorded the tutorial. Okay? Everyone, if we go to conferences, oh, I just take clips out of my live stream. Cool. Knock yourself the fuck out. I think if it's that good, reshoot it. Now, some things you can't recreate because the vibe was live. But I'm sorry, I did not do the lazy move. I recorded it. So just want to say that. Then I think all of the shortcuts that we were trying to do is what bites you in the ass. So I stopped doing it. Anyway, so we go to this one and we click on, like Paul said, the analyticals. First of all, still climbing, right? Still getting views. And I don't know.
Scroll down. Scroll down.
Yeah, I don't
Down,
look
down,
at here,
down.
so I don't know where I'm at.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah. That's actually
Bingo,
pretty
bingo.
good because this is about where I changed up and started trying something different. But this right here is all of the main meat of that stream.
You changed subject really at that point.
Yeah.
You went off topic and you went on to a new topic.
Well, look what it says. This is the final thoughts, and you should try this, right? So this is the one where I screwed up is saying that I'm done, and then I didn't quit. I was done, and I had an extra thought, but I don't care if the annual percentage rate, like he's selling a car. I don't care if it's 26%. That's good enough. Like I'm not chasing analytics, which is why I don't care. But however, most of the people stuck in here all the way through, and so that's fine.
Because there was a golden nugget there.
You know what I'm saying? So I think by this time too, you already got like how to do it. Everything after here is just me like waxing rhapsodically, but that happens because I don't do scripted videos. I just talk like a human. That's the risk you take of making scripted and unscripted videos as well, right? Everyone's like, oh, well, if you did this and you polish the strip and you make it concise and now, you would get more views. I don't give a fuck. Like my goal is not to get 1 million views. My goal is to help out the 8 people that I helped out. Cool. The 9th person, eat a dick.
But this is where I would have chucked that into AI Studio before publishing it. And then maybe it was be able to say you went off topic or you said such and such. And then you'd realize, shit, I need to, excuse my French, I need to concise it.
Oh, no, 100%. But see, my goal isn't to chase views. I think that's the hardest thing for people to get through their head because the average YouTuber is chasing views and subscribers. I'm not chasing viewers or subscribers, right?
No, I disagree there because the content in this video needs to be seen by nearly every creator.
Cool, share it.
I have done.
I know you did. I think it's hard, man. I think it's hard because everybody's ego is pumped by big numbers. My ego is not pumped by big numbers. My ego is pumped by cute. Never mind. I won't say that out loud. I don't give a damn, bro. I'm not trying to get like, oh, my validation is because I have 100,000 subscribers. The only reason why I want 100,000 subscribers is so I can get a plaque so I can say I did it. You know what I mean? Like it's just.
I think your goal, which you're trying to do, is an impossible goal unless you get out to a larger audience. Now you want to help 1 billion people, yeah?
Yeah.
And
exactly.
to get 1 billion people, the circle that Google presents your stuff to needs to increase. And that's why I'm saying with this video, the content in this video is absolutely unbelievable. It is so useful to every creator. But the circle that Google's presenting it to, because it doesn't hold the retention time, doesn't get the opportunity. But we differ. That's why I look
get
at analytics.
I get it. Like, if I was doing 1 video a week, maybe 2 videos a week, the way you're talking about makes sense. I'm recording 7 videos a week. And I have yet to pull here's a 2-minute video to say I did it.
But I just got a question here. Have you got a video ready to go up tomorrow yet?
No.
Right. What I'm saying is when you get to the point of rendering that video, render the full video and render a really low resolution. Whack it up to Gemini AI Studio and ask it, is there anything I can better on this? And if it comes up with some stuff that you
It
disagree
will
with,
absolutely come up with good stuff that I should do.
Yeah.
But what that would require me to do then is to stop publishing and go fix whatever they told me to fix and re-record that and then re-render it and then publish the fixed video. And the fixed video will get me 100 more views. Matter of fact, let's be an absolute fucking asshole. The fixed video will get me 100,000 views. That does nothing for my heart.
but you're helping more people.
Fully understand. But if I have to hedge every one of my, again, if I was doing 2 videos a week, maybe. I'm doing 7.
Oh, yeah.
190 something days straight, I have made a video.
But, you know, did you get a hunch with this video before you turned the camera on that this was going to be a very interesting topic?
The hunch came from some dick in England named Paul.
Yes, but you had a hunch yourself that this was a good topic that people need to learn about.
Yeah, because when we were doing the stream,
I'm not saying-
watched your
I'm not
guys'
saying-
face, right? And you guys lit up.
I'm not saying
and
this
I
with
got lit
every
up.
video you do, but when you get a hunch with a video like this, maybe that one video in a week or 2 weeks is worth the double effort.
No, I feel it. I mean, fully understand. Here's what I know about me. If I take the time to do that double effort shit that we're talking about, that's how I get to trying to make perfect videos. And the whole reason why I'm doing what I'm doing is because Mary Lou and I kept telling you guys to make ugly videos, get the shit done. And then we're saying that while we're producing polished videos.
But I think one thing I notice a lot of creators are doing is trying to compete instead of trying to find new.
Oh, 100%.
Find the gaps.
100%. This is factual. And so, you know, during that time, right, when this came out, this was October, we had just finished camp, and we came back from camp and we were like, yo, guys are still trying to make perfect videos. And I don't remember who said it. It might have been somebody from her side. They was like, well, you guys just make it look so easy. And the reason why is because you know how to edit and because you know how to do all the B-roll and stuff. That's why you can make the videos so fast. And I was like, okay, fine. I'm going to make 30 days of ugly videos. And on day 29, you, not anybody else, Paul freaking C, you melon-headed twat, you said, oh, that was easy, Doc.
Spoil
Keep
your
going.
algorithm.
Shut up. No, I ain't taking it. You said keep going. Nobody else. And then after you said keep going, then AT and first that old lady's name from Washington, Gretchen, all of y'all piled on. And so y'all like, yeah, keep going. So then we got through Thanksgiving. It was almost Christmas. I'm done with 60 days. And then y'all was like, nah, that's too easy. Keep going. And so by the time we got to like 90, you said you might as well do the whole year. Nobody said that, Paul. See, you said you might as well go 365. And I said, I ain't no bitch. I'll do 420. We almost halfway there.
420.
Yes.
You just spelled it again. I only said 365.
I know you did. And then my answer to your 365 was, I ain't no bitch. I'll do 420. And then
Well,
somebody
that's
said,
not-
where'd you get that number from? And I'm like, that person must not know me too well.
420 is a really odd number. You really want to round it off to 5.
Shut up, Paul. Go away. Paul, how do we ban him from everything? All right, let me see what you got to say. You said, cleaning my studio space while watching. Years ago, I coiled up a cord, tried not to tangle it. Do you have long cords nearby the demo? I have them. Yes, I do have a cord. Mic cords. I use the over-under technique. There's a video on the Ecamm channel and my channel where I can show you how to do it. I use over-under techniques like standard mic cords. Ross said, % agree. I'm going to re-record tutorials because I am basically interactive with my community. Yeah, that's the reason why. That was same for me. I went back And during that time, Roy, when we were doing that video from Tuesday, Paul and I were going back and forth, and we were also talking with other people in the chat, I believe Aubrey. And so, yeah, that's the reason why I wanted to re-record it so I can make it tighter. Guys, Paul is 100% right. Let's not get this twisted. Paul is more than 100% correctly. That is the way to do it. However, I know me, I'll turn that into a perfection game. I know what my limitations are. And I know if I turn this into a perfection game, it's over.
Ain't gonna get.
Nothing will get done. So now that I've told the perfection to eat a dick, what I don't want to do is go back to making perfect videos. You know what I'm saying? Joel said, it comes down to your why. I want the doc stuff like it is. I could follow Sean Cannell if I wanted, but I want the musical Tourette's and the real thing, the way the doc, it speaks to me. Thank you, Joel, for backing me up. Okay? I will not mention KL in the streams for a month because of that. Triple nickels, 55. There you go. There you go. No, I'm not doing 555. Come on, K-Walk. You and Paul, both of y'all. Y'all stop it. I think what Paul is saying, you should continue indefinitely. No, what I said I was going to do, I was going to do it until the moment in time came up where I could prove that burnout is real, because I think burnout is some bullshit that people be like, well, I'm worried I'm going to get burnt out. Bitch, you made 10 videos. What the fuck are you worried about getting burnt out for? Now, if you're on video 1700 and you burnt out, yo, I will hug you, let you cry on my shoulders. But when you ain't got 100 videos talking about you burnt out, I'm going to tell you to shut the fuck up. Sorry. I'll be mean about it. There you go. Paul got it. He's got it. Doc is modeling to a demo of creators that need coaching to just get it done. Yes, that is the thing. Paul, would you stop? You are in reaching distance, my friend. I can throw some shit over there. I might throw my arm out, but I can get there. No, for real. What Paul C is telling me is 100% correct. And matter of fact, if you have the time to do so, I would say do exactly what Paul said. 100% correct. I just know me that if I start doing that, I will tweak, and I do not want to become a tweaker. I am. What do the kids call it? I am in my get it done era.
Can I just tell you how I go about working out if it's a niche thing for myself?
What it is?
I'll have a topic, and I'll go to Google first and search that topic. In other words, I've got a Beko oven, model number such and such, not heating, and just see what videos are there. If there's no videos on Google homepage, yeah, then there's a niche.
No, just learn how to type, dude. I'm gonna see what it says. Search Labs coming through. Stability, autofocus, streaming capabilities, lens capabilities, and audio input. Upgrade. This alone, dude. Even without doing the whole AI thing, look at this. Like, you're just sort of right here. You know what I mean? This is actually gold. So what I've been telling you guys in the videos is that everybody's still talking about SEO, and SEO can suck weeds now. It's really about GEO. It's actually reading things. It's pulling this from Reddit, from the Sony website. Where else did it pull this data from? Facebook, Ecamm Live Community. Shut up. It said Facebook, Ecamm Live Community. I bought a new camera based, and let's see what it said. It actually pulled that directly from the Ecamm Live Community. Alejandra Gilbert Kincaid say, I bought the Sony ZV-E10. I bought the camera based on recommendations of Sony EV10's group. It's great for streaming, but I got issues with the focus. Bro, if you got issues with focus on the Sony, that is a you problem, because that is one of the best focusing cameras in the planet. Anyway, I digress. It said, I'll attach a photo so you can see what I see but I'm filming my art tutorials. The edges of the screen are recording are blurry and not crisp. Is it the lens? I'm using one that came with it. Yeah, that's fine. Is it the settings? So I'm Googling showing me that it could be wider focus. I know exactly what's wrong with this without even going any further. Can you guess, Paul? Look at that. My brother comes through with the answer. Huh?
I've got no idea. I mean, I got rid of my ZVE10s because I couldn't use them.
Okay, so the answer to that question is, just in case anybody cares, when you get a camera of this nature and you use the lens and you set, everybody goes, I want the blurry background. I want the blurry background. So you set the lens to like 2.8, or in that lens, probably 3.5. And so it's dope for the blurry background. It's not good for keeping stuff in focus. When you use a short aperture, or sorry, a wide open aperture in this case, like f2.8, your focus distance is about this long. So when you're looking down at a piece of paper, although it's flat, at the edges, it's further from the sensor, therefore out of focus. If you crank that camera to f8 and properly light your studio like a boss, everything will be in focus. I mean, everything. People from next week, Thursday, will be in focus if you set the camera to f8 or higher. That's it. If you set the camera to f22, the entire freaking planet will be in focus. The focus distance at f22 is damn near infinity, because the only thing that comes after f22 would be focus infinity. So that's the reason why people in the group, because they don't know what the hell they talking about, be like, oh, you got to set it to get the bokeh. I'm like, y'all need to forget bokeh and make videos. There it
I wonder
is.
if AI Studio will actually be allow you to set your camera up and live stream into AI Studio, and then you can ask it for the adjustments that are needed.
That's crazy. It might get there. 800 for 8 a.m. Hawaiian. Man, go away, Kevin. Kevin is talking about 800. It took me a minute. Damn you, Kevin. Damn you. Kevin getting back at me, because when I be making my videos, I have no idea why. This is the funniest thing. Out of all of the people in the crew, Kevin is mostly helping his wifey do his stuff. The Kevin channel itself doesn't really exist. He mostly comes here, learns these things, and uses it to help out Miss Jackie, which I think is genuine, beautiful human being of Kevin. But when I'm doing my demos and I'm talking about somebody in my audience, the three people that always come up, I don't know why you guys are living rent-free in my head, is Kevin, Alicia, and Paul. If you watch all of my videos and I'm talking about somebody in the community, it's Kevin, Alicia, and Paul. Why you three people live rent-free in my head, I don't know. It's obnoxious. That's funny. Man, I focus on the message and just go. For me, it's about the message, delivery style, and anything else. Yeah, 100%. I get the bokeh using the fast manual focus lens here. Yeah, but see, you understand that when you're trying to do a product shot or something of that nature, having a 2.8 aperture is really bad, especially if the product is wider than 4 inches. Because, like, if I held this here, this is in focus. Here, it's in focus because I'm probably at like f4 right now. But if I was at a low aperture, this is out of focus and this is out of focus. From right here, it's already starting to blur. You know what I mean? But if I'm at f8, I can hold this back here. It still would be in focus. But you know that, but most people don't.
Is another fault with creators that they have knowledge in the field that they have, like you, Lewis, with cameras, and they don't look at the simplicity of the people that may want to use the camera well, but doesn't know how to use the camera well.
Yeah, that's true too. This is facts, and I can just say this, and they will all hate me for it. All of my camera tuber buddies are talking to each other, not necessarily the audience. And they
So, I
don't
mean,
know
the
it.
Z.
They don't realize it, but they need to quit. They legit competing with each other and talking to each other. And they're all friends, but they're literally having like a dick measuring contest between each other, and they should be helping the audience more.
I think niche. I mean, with a saturated YouTube now, I think we need to concentrate much more on niche marketplaces. Just filling those area gaps. That's where the expansion is.
Yeah. Yeah. Content gaps is the move. As a matter of fact, I don't know if my brother Roy is still hanging out here. Roy, I would go and investigate what would you think are the content gaps in your niche and try exploring some of them. I said, man, you type tech trouble into YouTube, you get tech troubleshooting. Dude, this thumbnail is saucy. Roy, brother, this is so good. I love this thumbnail right here. And it looks like Roy. Damn, that's incredible, bro. That is incredible. I like this thumbnail. The AI one is better than the real face one. No, I'm joking. But this is also good. This is also good. Love it. Good thumbnail. Why is he in a Japanese garden? This is cool. You need to make the word content creation a little bigger, but this is cool. And I don't know about these sexy ass legs. This is cool. Let's see. Let's go to videos. Oh no, he just did that wrong. He did that wrong. He clicked the wrong thing. No, I don't see that melon head dude. We want to see this dude. Okay. Videos. Roy, do not do green writing on red writing. For colorblind people, that is an instant stop. And I know you put the lines around it, it doesn't really help. I mean, I can see it, but that green and red, if you remember, because like with men, we get eye tests, we all get the colorblind test. The two in the green and red dots is one of them. So don't mix those two together like that. That will definitely make your life harder. Let's see what he's doing in the live game. These are good. This is a good thumbnail.
I haven't watched his channel. He does a lot from the vehicle.
Those chat ones, yeah.
That's becoming quite popular.
Oh yeah. These are good. I forget to do this too. Take your ones where you're just goofing, go back in and proper title thumbnail it, because you're definitely not going to get replay view where you're just goofing. But sometimes those are the best, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is perfect. This thumbnail right here is solid. And same with this one. But if I could just take these two, because I like them. And then we're going to go back over to here. If I could just take these two and bless them up. This first one on the right, flawless. Don't touch a damn thing. This one just goes. I feel like your hand is bigger, but I just know how you did it. You did it with the live stream camera, so it looks like it's bigger because of, again, the focal length. But on this side here, I would make the text bigger. That's it. Both of these are, this one on the right is swinging 9.5 out of 10. And this one on the left is swinging like 7.5 out of 10. And it would be 10 out of 10 if you just made the text bigger. You got to remember, some people in your audience is Paul. They old. They just old. Yeah, this is different though. It's a darker green, and it has. Oh wait, I gotta move this out the way. It has the white border around it, so that makes it easy to see. But the other thing, this is hard to see too, honestly. But don't make a jersey like this with black on black. The logo you know what it says because it's a 175-year-old company, so they can get away with that shit. It's also not a thumbnail. It's on my big ass chest, because I'm yoked like that, not on a small phone screen. So yeah, the bigger companies where there's a name brand recognition, they can break those rules. Bic, what it do? We are in Massachusetts, Bic. Just so you know, me and Paul and Caleb, we are here.
Overlay.
I just have a hard time seeing. Yeah, it's just that contour. His contour wasn't big enough. Also on my jersey, the contour is pretty fat. Oh, there's an online test where you can check. Good answer. Good answer. We need a Docs Graded List playlist for new creators. Explain that, Joe. You mean like put together a bunch of videos like for brand new creators, like just starting again? I should recreate the 10 videos for like just starting a channel now. That'd be good. Why did I put this whole thing all up in my grill? Dude, Roy, that's just good. I hope Roy saw that because that's just good. Alicia. Man, Gretchen is talking about going to 1,000. I'm done. I am done. All right, we got class in 10 minutes because of Alicia said we could order DoorDash. She's evil.
Uber burgers?
Nah, I had to check to see what time they close. I'll just go eat burgers tomorrow. She's so mean. I don't even like her. Let me see. Cormorant. Cormorant. What time did they close today? Newburyport. It's showing me the bird, not the bird. Damn it, the restaurant. Why is it showing me the bird? There it is. Newburyport, Merrimack Street. They closed today at 8. Okay, you're off the hook, AT. You do color blindness tests at work every week? Oh man, if I go to Louisville, man, there, I prefer to say things like, "Oh, you know who Horace Brown and Alfonso Hunter is?" That's funny, Joe. That is funny. That is super funny. All right, gang, this was fun. I like doing this from here. Tuesday we're gonna be busy. I'm doing streams all day for the Ecamm leap into somebody's house thing. So no stream on Tuesday. And then on Saturday, I'll still be here. Paul, you leave on Friday.
I leave Friday night.
I'll still be here because I leave on Sunday. Or do I leave on Saturday? I don't know. I'll double check. I'll be wanting to stream from the airplane. They won't let me because my speed on the internet on Hawaiian Airlines is stupid fast. And I'm like, man, I kind of just want to stream from the airplane, but you're not allowed to.
Go and use the toilet and see if it does.
You want me to stream from the bathroom? Yo, I might just do that. I might do an IG live stream from the bathroom on the airplane, call it the Mile High Club. And they'll be like, I can hear you talking in there.
You leave Sunday.
Okay,
Especially if you get the voices from us on some loudspeakers in there.
Bro,
Because then really
mad
freak
funny.
out.
That would be mad funny. This dude is taking this talking to Instagram. Anyway, I will see you guys. Class, we'll see you in 10 minutes. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Thanks, Paul, for jumping in.
Send Paul out to get your burger.
Oh, what did I do? I just realized that I shrank this screen a long time ago. Man, I don't care if you smoke on the screen. I'm not professional.
I can't let other people don't see it.
There you go. Gretchen might get mad at you. Anyway,
No, I don't damaging people.
I'll see you guys in a minute. Many said we don't want a air marshal to handcuff me to the seat. And then K-Walk said no smoking in the boys' room. People, I love you. I don't have an outro on this computer because I'm dumb. So there's that. But we'll see you the next time. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you, Mr. Paul. This has been fun. Bye.